YouTubers, welcome back to my channel, Little Boy Blesh. It's been a while since I've done any videos. I think it's been about over a year, which is like really bad to me. But I've been like wrapped up in other things, changing jobs and different stuff. So yeah, but now I'm set up, moving house as well. Moving house, but now I'm sort of back and settled. I thought, why don't I start making some videos again, because I did really enjoy it, and I've never stopped buying makeup, really. Like I've always, every month I'll buy makeup and different stuff, so I thought, why not, start making videos again. So, the first thing I've got for you is a Tom Ford brush review. Okay, and I've got two brushes here. I've got the cheek brush and the cream foundation brush. And I've got like a little, if I keep looking down, I've got a little book here which I wrote certain things down which I wanted to say. So, right, the cheek foundation brush comes like this. It's got a sleeve, it comes in a box and a sleeve. I haven't got the box because I bought them like about a month or two ago, so I threw away the box. But it comes in a really, really fancy sleeve, as sleeves go. Here we go, it's the cheek brush. Okay, this is the number 6 brush. These brushes are really well made, very, very, very soft. I say well made, but my one's chipped a bit on the end here. I don't know if you can see if I put it up close. There's got a little chip, so you can see the wood at the end, which is a bit disappointing, but I am quite rough with my brushes. Like, when I finish, I'll do my makeup, I'll throw them down. Do you know what I mean? So it's probably partly my fault, to be honest, or I'll throw them back in the glass, they'll probably hit the bottom of the glass and, it'll chip or something, so it probably is my fault. But all in all, these brushes do feel really, really well made. And the other one I got is the cheek brush. Okay, and this is the number 2 brush. The cheek brush was £64, and this one, the cream foundation brush, was £52. Okay, I went to get the cream foundation brush first, and they didn't have it. So I bought the cheek brush, and I bought the highlight and contour kit, the cream highlight and contour kit, which I'm going to do another video on that. But then my boyfriend went back and bought me this for Valentine's Day, which is very, very nice of him, so yeah. So what do I think of these brushes? Very well made, very luxurious, very soft, but very expensive. Do I think they're worth the money? I don't know. I don't know. They're very lovely, and I think if you've got that money in your budget to go out and treat yourself, go ahead. But don't put yourself out of pocket just to get these brushes, because I don't, they're nice, but they're not fabulous. Like, they're really, really soft, and like, this is an e.l.f. one. I'm not saying they're like e.l.f. because they're really not like e.l.f. But like, this is soft, this is softer, these are softer, and this is soft. This is synthetic, this is natural hair. But like, this is £2.50 and this is £64. And I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? When I'm trying to say, like, it's not £64 worth better than this brush. Do you know what I mean? The softness and that. So I'm like, I don't know. But they are nice brushes. They're good brushes, I like them. This brush here is really small. This is the cream foundation brush. If I can show you to my face here. So I'm looking at my viewfinder on the side. Okay, this is how small this is. This is the cheek brush. This is a bit bigger. Okay, you can see on my forehead here, that's the cheek brush. That is the cream foundation brush. Now I reckon this brush should have been the cream foundation brush, because I think the cream foundation brush is too small. I do. I think it's really small. I don't know, the cheek brush is a tiny bit denser, but look, if you look how small it is, that's my chin. It's so small, like, areas on my forehead is just so small. So I think this could have been the cream foundation brush, and maybe done one a little bit bigger, a tad bigger for the cheek brush, because I do think a lot of people will say this is too small. Sort of like, I haven't had one myself personally, but the Wayne Goss collection, when that came out, people were saying that brush was too small, and I think people will have the same problem with this, because let me just try to get a foundation brush. Oh, okay, you are. It's perfect. This is the powder brush, which people use for foundation a lot, buffing foundation in, and here is the Tom Ford. You can see the size difference is pretty substantial between those two. So I think, yeah, people will have a problem with the size of this brush for the price. It is £54 or £52. So, but these brushes are very, very luxurious. I think, you know, that's what Tom Ford is, a very luxury brand. You know, the packaging is lovely. You know, they've got a brown lacquered handle with gold ferrule, and you know, it's got a short, sort of like stumped, flat bottom on it. So you know, the quality is there, but I'm not sure whether they're worth the money, because I know apparently Hakuhodo, I don't know if this is true, I don't know, I just I've been watching on YouTube, and I don't know, I did a bit of sort of research on them before, like, you know, not mega research, just looking into other YouTube videos, and people say that Hakuhodo made these brushes, which is a Japanese brush company, and I think the Hakuhodo brushes are cheaper than these, so I suppose I'd like to give the Hakuhodo brushes a try, which I might do, and then see how they fare up to these, because, you know, if Hakuhodo, whatever it's called, makes these brushes, and they're cheaper, then why not just get them from the Japanese company rather than get them from Tom Ford? You know, so I do think you are paying for the name with these brushes, definitely. Okay, but not saying they're not good brushes, because they are, but I think you are definitely paying for the name. Do I regret purchasing them? No, I don't. They, you know, they're good brushes, but I wish they would have been a little bit cheaper than what they are. That's all. Yeah, so that was my sort of review slash take on these brushes. I'm just going to have a little look, see if I had a couple of things written down, so I'm going to look and see if I had anything else to bring up. It's really, really well made. Oh, another thing I had, this brush here, Shed, the cream foundation brush, shed like a mother, okay? It shed loads, and it's still shed now, and I've washed it a few times, it's still shedding, okay? When I first used it, it was the worst, okay? There was hairs all over my face, but this is a natural hair brush, so I think that's what they do. I don't think doesn't mean it's a bad brush, I think they do that. I've had MAC ones that do it before, and you know, a good few washes, they do simmer down. Like I had my MAC 109, and that shed for a long time, and then it just stopped shedding, so I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it just happens in natural hair brushes, but I know some people do have a problem with shedding brushes. I think they have, like, you know, a big issue about it. So just, you know, put that out there. This does shed. Like I said, I washed it a few times, but it doesn't really bother, you know, well, I prefer it not to shed, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I just pick the hairs off and, you know, be done with it. The cheek brush didn't shed on me. Maybe because I haven't used it with foundation, I've only used it with, you know, blushes and different stuff, maybe that's why it hasn't, but yeah, the cream foundation brush did shed. And also I was worried about the colour being white. I was worried that if I used something dark, because I have a dark complexion, whether I kept using dark foundations, that it was going to discolour, but no, it didn't. It's washed up, like you can see, it's been washed a few times, and it's washed up white every time, and this one also is washed up white. Like, so I haven't had any problem with discoloration of the bristles, which is also a worry with white brushes, like Gaultier or otherwise. And I just use normal shampoo on these, just give them a little wash and they come up lovely. yeah, so I hope that review was helpful. Like I said, I might give an update again to let you know of this, the number 2 cream foundation brush top share. So all in all, I think these are, you know, pretty good brushes. But like I said before, I would like the price to be a little bit, you know, a little bit slashed, but I don't think that ever will happen. I think that's the reason Tom Ford wanted. He wanted his, you know, luxury brand, and, you know, I don't think they ever will drop in price. So, yeah. I think if I had a choice of these 2 brushes, which one to buy out of the 2, I'd buy the cheap brush. Okay? I wouldn't buy the cream foundation brush. This is too small. Okay? If anything, I'd use this for blusher, my cheeks, and I'd use this for the foundation. This brush here to put my foundation in, and I'd swap it for this one for the cheek brush. And that's what I probably will do. I'm probably going to keep this one for my blusher or highlighter brush or the blush brush, and I'm going to use this one for the cream foundation. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. So, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll hopefully see you again soon with another video. Yeah, soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.